The University of Michigan is home to one of the world's top American history collections. It's housed in the William L. Clements Library on Central Campus, but a lot of community members don't even know it's there.
CBS News Detroit's Meredith Bruckner takes us inside what might be the school's best kept secret.
The Clements Library at the University of Michigan has been described as a hidden gem. Many people walk by it daily without realizing what's behind its walls.
The towering ceilings and chandeliers, the smell of bound books, walnut paneling, and expansive desks. The Avenir Foundation Reading Room at the William L. Clements Library is an experience in and of itself.
As you can see, it's one of the most beautiful spaces on campus here in Ann Arbor. And a lot of people don't know it's here. The front of the building that faces South University doesn't really say what's inside.
This is most likely due to the fact that it's a research library.
It's not an OpenStax library where you can come in and take things off the shelves. Researchers come here from around the country and around the world to do specialized research.
Erickson says that anyone interested in researching American history, particularly the 18th and 19th centuries, is welcome to make an appointment and make use of the library's collection. It's in this reading room that researchers can be seen exploring materials, surrounded by trunks owned by British commanding generals in the Revolutionary War, a Columbian printing press from 1851, and this more than 250-year-old Benjamin West painting.
This painting is one of the treasures of the campus here in Ann Arbor. It shows the death of the British general, General Wolfe, on the Plains of Abraham and the Battle of Quebec. This is kind of the culminating moment of the 7 Years' War.
Despite the reading room's splendor, it's in the building's lower levels where true magic happens.
The first thing you notice when you come in is that it's cold. Old paper likes to be kept cold and dry, so we try to keep it about 60 degrees and 40% humidity down here.
Its temperature-controlled vault holds thousands of documents. Many of these documents have made their way into the hands of conservator Julie Fremuth.
I do simple paper repairs, box making, all the way through in-depth resewing and rebinding of old materials so that they're available for researchers to use, students to use, and to be on exhibit.
After 35 years at the Clements Library, Fremuth says she's still amazed by the feeling she gets when working with historical items.
Almost a spiritual energy transfer occurs because I get to know this item so deeply and in a different way than maybe a researcher who's looking for just the content. I look at the content, but I'm mostly paying attention to the physical qualities and what can these physical features tell us? What can they indicate about this item's life and journey? I've been here a long time and haven't left because every day is a new experience.
Over the years, library staff have digitized much of its collections. Chris Ridgway transforms fragile, centuries-old documents to digital versions accessible to the public.
Sort of place some of these more fragile bound documents into this V-shaped cradle. And with this dual camera system, it safely creates facsimiles, and we prepare these things for digital collections that are hosted online.
You really just get to see a timeline in front of your eyes of history.
Cheney Shuprai has perhaps unveiled more of these timelines than anyone else at the library. He's been in the manuscripts division for 22 years.
The things that we collect in the manuscripts division represent the products of the everyday lives of human beings doing stuff and communicating through handwriting on paper. And so it really runs the gamut from something that's deeply personal to these sort of grand and towering figures and events of American history.
One collection he shows us is a series of letters written by American abolitionist and writer Frederick Douglass.
You will oblige me by sending me $3 to assist John Williams, a man on his way from slavery to freedom. He comes from the neighborhood from which I escaped, and I believe him to be genuine. Yours with respect and gratitude, Frederick Douglass. I don't know, it's deeply emotional to be in the presence of the original things and not just reproductions.
William L. Clements was born in Ann Arbor in the 1860s and attended the University of Michigan. He made his fortune by getting the contract to provide industrial equipment to dig the Panama Canal. Later in life, Clements began to collect books focusing on early American history. In 1921, he donated his collections to his alma mater, along with funding to construct the building, which was designed by one of Michigan's most famed and celebrated architects.
This is an Albert Kahn building. It's patterned after a building in Italy, a casino in Tuscany, and Kahn apparently told members of his family that this was his favorite building that he ever designed.
So where does the Clements get its collections from?
Lucky to get many wonderful donations from people, either families donating their family papers and book collections, or collectors who've accumulated things over a lifetime and then are ready to pass them on to the library. And then we also do a lot of purchasing. We've been making a lot of pretty exciting acquisitions there as well.
Alongside its manuscript collections, the Clements also features an extensive collection of historical photographs.
So you have a lot of these photos that were taken in the 1800s, and we think about modern times and how people are photoshopping and using filters. Well, they were doing this in the 1800s also.
There's just so many things that you see that have corollaries to the modern day and age. Like, for instance, this device here is called a stereoscope. So this is actually what you could consider a 19th century virtual reality headset, where you view images like this, which is actually a seance taking place. And you can see a ghost standing in the background there. That was actually produced through something called multiple exposure. And you could place this in the device, and then when you look through it, it appears three-dimensional.
Wow. How did they do that?
The library provides monthly tours for members of the public and private tours for larger groups.
We really encourage our Ann Arbor community and, anyone who's interested in American history just to come in and use the sources that we have available.
After all, you never know what you might uncover.
My favorite part about working here is that every single day you come across something that just blows your mind.
Reporting in Ann Arbor, Meredith Bruckner, CBS News, Detroit.